All right. Good evening, everybody. Sorry we're a little late. Welcome to another stream with myself, the Disorderly Tick, and my streaming partner, Motley Oleander. Over to you, Oleander.
Hey everybody, it's a lovely not Monday morning, but Monday evening, and we are about to settle in to see if we once again are sent back to our favorite slab in the morgue. So I hope everyone's having a lovely Monday, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what progress we make. Go ahead, back to you, Tick.
Thank you. Hello, Tormented One. Welcome. Good to have you. I'm going to start the game now. Just a second.
Welcome back, Tormented. It's good to see you.
And I didn't forget this time to go ahead and stream for you.
Well,
There you
thank
go.
you.
Okay, so last time we played, we finally found Farad, and he tasked us with going down into some catacombs right down here to retrieve something for him in exchange for information. Now, I had to step out and get some rest because I was taking a lot of damage. So I get the feeling that the rest may have caused the enemies to respawn. So I might actually decide to do some other side quests and see if I can level up a bit before going back to the catacombs.
I'm going.
Sounds sensible to me. Got to prioritize our safety and the ability to actually get through things safely.
All right.
Looks like death's come for the bill.
Shall we proceed?
All right, you cannot hear my side. You can only hear me
Alright.
speaking, correct, Tick?
So far, yes. I can only hear you talking.
Excellent, perfect. I just had to make sure I could still hear the stream while still hearing you.
I'm hurt.
Okay, currently I'm babysitting for a
Great.
friend,
I
so
hope he
I'm
doesn't
in
lose his
unusual
memories this
conditions.
time.
Ooh.
Oh, feel all stiff.
They love sending you back.
Yeah, unfortunately, I kind of ended up in a place where I'm stuck between two different walls. So I'm
Oh,
gonna
rock
have
and hard
to,
place.
yeah, I'm gonna have to see if I can figure out how to break through one or the other.
Well, we're good at puzzles, so let's go ahead and see what we can find.
Done.
Alas, poor Dagon. I knew him well.
I'm hurt.
Ah, great. I hope he
Damn.
doesn't lose his memories this time. I'm really
I'm
Rude
gone.
ass skeleton
Just
head.
cut it out, will ya?
Alright.
Alas, poor Dagon.
I'm hurt.
Another trip
Yeah,
to
they're
the
not gonna let you
mortuary.
pass.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, it puts you right dead center of them instead of like nearby.
Yeah. Alright. Well, I guess what I'm gonna try doing is reviving Dakon, resting up again, and I'll check the catacombs.
Good plan. Welcome, Nikki Nightmare. Welcome.
Ah, hello, welcome. Good to see you.
I found I'm over babysitting at this location. I found there was a hawk nest up in a tree, and a beautiful red-tailed hawk landed awkwardly on a branch, and I was watching it, enjoying the view, and I started to get to its nest. It
Done.
literally stares dead at me until I go inside the house, because how dare I see them get settled into their home, right?
Wow.
Ridiculousness. It was really neat. I like they're close enough that I could see like the individual dots on their plumage and how their stripes look.
Yeah, that's really neat.
Yeah. Their mate followed not too long after, but of course they're staring at me like, you can go inside now.
I'm gone.
You see that?
I'm hurt.
Looks like death's come for the bill.
Done. Shall we proceed? Die.
You see that?
We're making pretty good progress. We're hitting hard.
You see that? Damn it. Damn it.
Okay. Claw. Wait 1. This is the foot of some large bird. More than likely this was discarded from someone's dinner.
How big of a bird are you? Well, you know what? Emus. I'll take that back.
Glaive. As you pass one of the twisted stone faces on the walls, it calls out to you in a creaking voice that sounds like the shifting of boulders. Immortal, regard me. I am Glaive. I would have words with you. How did you know I'm immortal? I see a burning purpose Within your shell, I see many things in the falling dust of these tunnels. You lack something essential, and that keeps you from death's sweet embrace. What did you want to say to me? Listen, this place holds much danger for you. Treachery awaits you on the surface, and your way is long and winding. At the end, you will find what you have sought, but you may not want it then. Are you some sort of oracle? Oracle? No. I observe. That is all. In that case, perhaps you can answer some questions I had. What did you want to know? Tell me of yourself. How did you come to be in this situation? I was once a respected leader of my community in the lower ward. A petty lord sought to increase his power at the expense of my people, my friends, my relatives, and friends and I spoke against him. And then what? And then he captured us one by one and bound our spirits and senses into these screaming faces under the ditch, where all filth and sigil comes eventually. And then he let the polluted waters above flow through our mouths and noses and eyes. Is there anything I can do to help? I am cursed to remain here until fresh water passes my lips. There is a magical flask of water in the drowned nations. Bring it to me and give me a taste of it, and I shall tell you of someone who can help you unlock its full potential, and you shall never lack for water again. Where is this flask?
Updated my journal.
I do not know. There was an artist named Chad who frequented these tunnels. He knew. Find him, and he may tell you. And how do I get there? Through the dead nations, where the dead walk and rule, or through the warrens of thought, where many as one hold sway. Neither is without its risks. Dead nations? The dead have achieved life in their own way. They rule a portion of these catacombs. They struggle with many as one for the heart of these tunnels. Tell me about many as one. You have heard of cranium rats? When they gather, they become more powerful. A shared mind. They and their servants, were rats, seek mastery of these undertunnels. They war with the dead nations. Tell me more of the catacombs. The catacombs were carved eons ago to house the dead of the city who did not wish the tender ministrations of the dustmen. They have become the refuse ground of the city, where dwell monsters barely seen, where humans prowl like scavengers among the scavengers. Many as one patrols these tunnels, and has turned many against their natures. The dead nations prowl as well, guarding against the depredations of the humans who come among them. I had some other questions. What did you want to know? Nothing. Farewell. This carven face sweats with a damp air, with tracks cut into its face from the dripping water.
Very nice for that dialogue. I like the crunch there. That was very, very, very nice.
Thank you. Unlike most of the burials and urns in the catacombs, these appear to have been relatively unmolested. Alright, so let's see. Mosaic Crypt, Glyve, Crypt of Dismemberment, Shattered Crypt, Warrens of Thought, then Nation's Catacombs. Okay, so this here, the Warrens of Thought, are where is where many as one and the army of cranium rats rules. And then here is the Dead Nations Catacombs, which are ruled by the Dead Nations. I would figure what I'm gonna have to do is side with one or the other against the other, and given the choice, I feel like I would rather go with the Dead Nations.
Then let's do.
But before I do even that, I guess I would like to see these other crypts.
So each crypt has like a group inside of it, or like a ruling group.
I don't know. I only know of Warrens of Thought and the Dead Nations Catacombs. I have no idea what to expect in
Done.
these other crypts.
Mm.
These gratings are rusted, slightly crusted with old, dried blood.
Poor Dak.
Oh,
God
How
dang.
many times must this fool die? I hope you have all your memories this time.
All right.
That was unique.
Hmm.
That hurt. How dang. That poor bastard constantly goes down. And it's
Done.
not really anything we can do about it.
Yeah. As much as I'd like to, what I was trying to do when I was there was just read what the descriptions would say, like the question mark descriptions, but I got too close and that happened. And I would like to try again, but I would have to get through those other enemies that you saw there. So I'm just going to check this place first. These caps are rusted to the ground and cannot be opened. It looks like they controlled airflow into the crypt.
I'm gone.
The names and warnings inscribed into the stone have been chipped away into illegibility. Okay, yeah, that's enough of that. This place has too many traps for me to deal with right
I'm
now.
gone.
Yeah, you need a rogue otherwise, or somebody who can detect, because it's kind of insane the amount there is. I have seen doomsday preppers with less.
Oh, Chad. The sandy-haired collector's corpse is covered with nasty bites. The dead man's neck still writhes, as if it were trying to twist itself off his body. That's interesting. Chad was the person that Glyve mentioned.
Yeah, I remember you saying. Oh, wow. That's a lot of new friends.
Hargrim the Bleak. Stop! Thou have come too far, traveler, and trespassed into the dead nations, realm of the Silent King. Wilt thou submit peacefully? Submit to what? 'Tis the will of the Silent King that all who pass the gates into our nation become prisoners of his hands. Wilt thou submit? Very well, I will submit. Come then, we shall show thee to the chapel. Know this, thou shalt be free to wander these halls, but not to leave the catacombs. Thou shalt be a prisoner here until thy death. Should thou later arise as we have, thou shalt be free. Praise the Silent King, his will be done. Oh, no.
Updated my journal.
So we go. Ah, another member of the living. Most are slain by the ghouls, this far into the catacombs. You are fortunate. Here's so we go, from the mortuary. What are you doing here? Your memory serves you well. I am no longer stationed in the mortuary. Instead, I've become a missionary in these parts. But I thought I'd killed you. The wound you struck was not a mortal one. I recovered quickly, and found that I would like to distance myself from the mortuary. Aren't you angry? No. Should I be? I am somewhat disappointed that it was not my time to leave this place. Nonetheless, you should not return to the mortuary, for many of my fellow factotums would not be pleased to see you. You said you're a missionary? Hmm?
Thank you for the follow, Nikki Nightmare. We appreciate that.
Ah, thank you.
Thanks, Mom.
Yes, I came to these catacombs after hearing rumors of undead that were aware in these parts. I hope to save them. Save them? Yes, passion ties them to this false life. I hope I can teach them to forsake these passions and leave this false life behind and reach the true death. You want them to die? Wish them to transcend this plane of existence, divorce themselves from passion. It can save them. Where am I? You are in the catacombs of the dead nations. The guards brought you here. Why have I been made a prisoner here? I do not know. Ask some of the citizens here. Perhaps. Farewell. A moment of your time before you go. Do not attack any of the undead here in the catacombs. They will not harm you so long as you remain peaceful. Should you prove hostile, they will defend themselves, and there are many of them. Lastly, you may return here if you need to rest. Wait, can we rest now?
Updated my journal.
Of course. You shall be safe in this chamber while you rest. Thanks. Yeah, really is.
I agree, Tormented One.
Ah, well met again. You need to rest.
I'm gone.
Metal slab. This metal slab is apparently used as a bed. There looks to be a portion on its side that can be pried open. Pry it open, look inside. You're not going to be able to pry into Soigo's things while he's around. You'll need to find some way to distract or lure him away from the area if you want to get in there. Ah, hello, Sunnif. Welcome.
Welcome, Sunnif.
The small
Hope
brazier
everyone's having a
barely
good
gives
day.
off light, much less heat.
Failed.
Failed.
Opened.
Battle axe of quality. Damage 2 to 9 slashing. DHAC 0 plus 1. Speed 7. Weight 8. Proficiency axes. Usable only by fighters. Intricate runes are etched on the shaft and the blades of this axe. The edges of the axe are razor sharp. It looks like it would be possible to shave with it, though that's not something that you would try until you had consumed several tankers of ale. The handle itself is made of ironwood, and leather is wrapped tightly around the handle to help secure the user's grip.
Forced it. Failed. Opened.
Opened.
Yeah, cats will do that. Alright then.
Okay. What kind of critter cat do you have, Sunnif? I've got 2 Persians, and I'm babysitting a tortie and a red tabby.
The iron pew looks exceptionally uncomfortable. Skeleton. There is no meat left on the bones of this ancient, animated corpse. Only a few colored rags, which seem to serve more as decoration than clothing. Greetings. And greetings to D. The thing's calm, faraway voice echoes from within its skull, expelled with a cloud of dust. I had some questions. I shall answer what I can. Dust falls from the joints of the skeleton's jaws as it speaks. Ask without will. I have more than enough time to speak with thee. Why have I been made a prisoner? The skeleton touches its chin, tilting its skull slightly upwards. The ghouls are permitted to feast upon all those found robbing the catacombs. The Silent King felt it would be best to let other intruders, those caught wandering and made prisoners, such as thyself, languish here to lapse into our care, rather than be devoured by the ghouls. Thou may wish to ask Hargrim, our high priest. It is he who speaks to the Silent King. Tell me of Hargrim. Our high priest. It is he who speaks to the Silent King, giving us our Lord's word and law. He is here, in the antechamber of the Silent King's throne room. Tell me of the Silent King. Our Lord and Master. He is called the Silent King because he speaks only in times of dire need. The skeleton gesticulates as it speaks, old joints creaking and popping as it does so. Ask Kargrim, our high priest, of him. He can tell thee more. Who else inhabits this place? This place is a place of the undead, ruled by our Silent King. There are zombies here, as well as ghouls. Farther away, in catacombs to the east, live cranium rats. Also, on occasion, one of the living, such as thyself, or Soigo, ventures down here. Tell me of your own kind. The skeleton nods. We are the oldest of the undead here, the most free of flesh. We make an effort to serve as guides and mentors to the others, maintaining a healthy community here. I had some other questions. Tell me of the other undead. Of whom do you ask? The zombies. Strong, but slow of mind and body. They have retained more of their humanity, their emotions, than we. They serve our community as workers, laborers, under the guidance of Stale Mary, the most caring and intelligent of them. Tell me of Stale Mary. She is slow, but caring and wise. She acts as a mother of sorts to the other zombies. She may be found in a chamber west of where thou first entered the Dead Nations. Let me ask about someone else. The skeleton nods gracefully. Who? Soigo. He is a missionary of sorts, a dustman who hopes to persuade us to surrender ourselves to the true death. He can be found wandering the chapel in the northern reaches of these cold, dusty halls. Thou may wish to speak with him thyself. I had some other questions. The skeleton nods slowly, the bones of its neck creaking softly. Please, ask. The ghouls. The ghouls are strong, violent, and ravenous creatures led by their ghastly matriarch, Akaste. They serve the community, the Dead Nations, as guards, but are an unstable element. Fear of the other undead's numbers and of the Silent King keeps them in check. Without our great lord to command them, we, as well as our charges, might fall prey to them one day. Tell me of Akaste. She is the ghastly matriarch of a pack of ghouls which call themselves the Blighted Ones. They serve the Dead Nations as guardians and protectors. For now, she watches over the chamber where thou first entered the Dead Nations. Tell me of the Blighted Ones. Oh, wait, no. Okay, got that one. Your charges? The Silent Ones, the dead who do not but sleep. We protect them, watch over them as they rest. Who would disturb them? Many. He ticks them off on yellow, dust-covered finger bones as he speaks. Hungry, uncontrolled ghouls, rats, and most of all, the living. Those from the buried village, servants of a man named Farad, often descend into the vaults of the Dead Nations, disturbing the Silent Ones. I do not know why, nor do I care. My only concern is that we stop their foul laboring. Tell me of the cranium rats. Vermin, whose intelligence increases according to their proximity with others of their own kind. A serious threat at one time. They raided our charges, disturbing the bones of the Silent Ones. Now they keep to the easternmost portions of the catacombs. The ghouls caught and ate enough of them to put an end to their pillaging, if only temporarily. Where am I? Thou art in what we call the Dead Nations, our land and home beneath the city of Sigil. This is but a small part of our civilization, a borderland. The Dead Nations extend for many, many leagues into the darkness. Have you seen a small bronze sphere anywhere here? Skeleton shrugs, its shoulder blades scraping along the back of its rib cage. No, I have not. Perhaps thou should speak to Hargrim, our high priest. He knows much. That is all I wish to know. Farewell. This rotting male corpse at first seems completely unaware of you. As you approach, however, it turns and nods slowly, as if greeting you. Greetings. The zombie moans softly in reply. Of each exhalation, the stench of rotting meat fills the air. I had some questions. The zombie makes a series of unintelligible moans. You can't make out anything he's saying. I can't understand you. Farewell. This drooling, yellow-eyed ghoul reeks of blood and carrion. It picks at its crooked fangs with long, filthy talons, constantly snuffling the air around it. Its flesh has turned a sickly green color, and is covered in rot and weeping sores. Don't know if you want to be talking to that thing. Why not, Mort? They were once humans. They, or their ancestors, feasted on corpses. And this is what they've become. Pretty nasty stuff, Chief. Little more than animals, really. Dangerous animals. I'll talk to him just the same. The ghoul narrows his eyes and snarls at you. Its tongue, no less than 2 hands long, curls out to lick at its scabby lips. I had some questions. The ghoul continues to eye you hungrily. He clenches and unclenches his clawed fists, as if fighting the urge to leap upon you and feed. Calm yourself and answer my questions. The ghoul hisses at you. Silence, meat! No talk! I no listen to meat thing. I hear only your heart, blood in meat's veins. Sweet, delicious blood. Tasty, rich heart meat. Drool pours from its mouth, spattering the dusty tiles. No talk! Farewell, then. Okay. Ah, hello, Vasquez. Welcome. Good to have you.
Welcome in, everybody. Vasquez, thank you so much for the follow, as well as Nikki Nightmare. One of which, Nikki Nightmare, I believe y'all have seen her before. That is my mother. When I used to stream, she was my regular and who I was streaming to. So don't believe any lies she may spew. like height. I always feel like these undead sound like air-powered screwing machines.
Yeah.
I need to look that up. That sounds like a very unique sound.
Puzzled skeleton. This skeleton is muttering to itself, occasionally pausing to scratch its skull. It is old enough so that no meat is left on its bones, only a few colored rags. Greetings. It nods a greeting in return, but does not reply to you. I had some questions. The skeleton looks up at you and grunts in frustration. Not now! Forgive me, but I've the most horrid riddle on my mind, and I can't puzzle it out. What's the riddle? It seems surprised. Oh? Going to give it a try, art thou? Yes, go ahead. Very well. This is from a chortling buffoon of a bone bag thou may well find nearby. It refuses to give me the answer, and it's killing me. Go on, then. It nods. Think of words which end in "gree." Angry and hungry are two of them. There are but three words in the common tongue. What is the third word? The word is something that one uses every day. If thou hast listened carefully, I have already told thee what it is. Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, I, I mean, as you've said, Nif, the answer is probably right here. But I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. Of course you have. It's tongue. It seems incredulous. 'Tis what? But the first two sentences are unrelated, only there to trick you. Remember, there are three words in D, common tongue. The third word is tongue. Hmm. Ah, I understand now. Yeah, reading it again after hearing this, it makes sense. That's that's oh, a devious trick. Why, I have no tongue either. It stops, then laughs, dust billowing from its creaking jaws. That's good, all right. I thank thee. Of course. Farewell.
Ooh, looks like my skills have increased. What's up?
Okay. I always have trouble remembering how to level up characters. Ah, right. Here we go. Figured it out. Okay. Mort is leveled up. Plus one fist. Saving throws have improved. Fighting skills have improved. 10 hit points gained. 2 hit points gained from constitution bonus. Saving throws, thief skills, etc., etc. Puzzled skeleton. I thank thee again for solving that riddle. I imagine my friend would be quite upset over it. It chortles heartily. Of course, farewell.
Sure, why not?
Done.
Hey, what's eating you, Chief?
How did you die, Mort? No idea, Chief. Kinda forgot when I died. Can't say I blame myself much. At least there was something waiting for me after I died, even if it is life as a floating skull. I mean, it could have been worse. What happened to your body? Eh, I don't know, right? It's just gone. Mort glares at you. But I don't think I miss it, because I'm just happy the way I am, and I don't need your half-wit judgments or snide remarks, alright? Whatever. Let's go. Come on, shake a leg. Mort glares at you. I'm not convinced you aren't some sort of walking curse that's destined to follow me around. Look who's talking. Let's go.
What is your will?
There are things I would know, Dakon. I will hear you. I wanted to ask you about our travels. Dakon waits. What can you tell me about the city of Sigil? Ah, right, yeah, I remember this conversation. Let's see. Let's move on. Nameless zombie. This rotting female corpse is shaking her head and moaning sadly. As you approach, however, she turns and holds her hands out to you, as if asking for aid. Greetings. The zombie moans softly in reply. With each exclamation, the stench of rotting meat fills the air. I had some questions. You can't make out the zombie's moans, but it seems like she's asking you something. I can't understand you. Farewell.
Done.
Huh. Intestines. This ropey mass of bloody intestines appears to be yours. You have to admit it makes you uncomfortable to see them outside of your body.
Awesome. What's our next quest after this one?
Well, let's see. So at the moment, I'm just wandering
Yeah.
around the dead nations and just gathering
Mm,
information.
sounds like a plan. Keep on that one. Just figuring out what's going on. I'm
The
trying to
number,
lure Kitty.
okay. The number of Kuyin. Special. Protection from chaotic creatures. Wait, 0. Not usable by chaotic characters. This is a tattoo of a number, an intricate weaving of ink and flesh. It squirms when held, as if it sought out a host. It is the number of Kuoyin, a personal identifier that radiates law. When applied, the tattoo works itself into the skin of its owner, protecting it against the depredations of strongly chaotic creatures. It cannot be used by someone of chaotic alignment. Doubtful, skeleton. There is no meat left on the bones of this ancient, animated corpse. Only a few colored rags, which seem to serve more as decoration than clothing. It is staring at the floor, shaking its head and tapping its chin thoughtfully. Greetings. It makes no response, apparently lost in thought. I said, greetings. It looks up and, seeing you, sighs with a small puff of dust. I have much on my mind and would prefer to be left alone. Is there something I could help you with? No, I have a difficult decision to make, 'tis all. What decision is that?
Updated my journal.
To continue my life here, or to die. To finally pass into the true death I have been told of. True death? A complete absence of passion. The true death is a true life beyond this shadow of existence. It is said that we must reach this place to free ourselves. I think it may be time for you to release your hold on life. I shall take thy words into consideration. Now, I ask thee to lead me to my thoughts. Farewell. The skeleton looks troubled, shaking its head and mumbling to itself. Makes no response, apparently lost in thought. I see no reason why you should give up your life. Huh, interesting. Well, I can just do that, then I'll just do this. There. Ah, there's Hargrim. Hargrim the Bleak. This skeleton wears what appears to be ancient priest's robes, heavy and ornate. It carries a large, impressive stave, which is capped with intricately carved horns, dangling pendants, and a gilded skull. Greetings. The skeleton, its eyes aglow like two burning embers, looks you over, but makes no reply. Are you Hargrim? It nods solemnly, the pendant suspended from its stave tinkling softly. There is something disquieting about its silent, piercing gaze. I had some questions. It motions for you to proceed. What are you doing here? It indicates its stave and robes. I am called Hargrim. I am the high priest of the citizens here. I spread the word of the Silent King to his followers. How did you come to be here? I passed away long ago and found that beyond death lies only oblivion. Fortunately, I was able to step back at the last moment from the brink. You meant to step back? Yes, I awoke here. I wandered the catacombs for untold days before stumbling into the throne of my lord, the Silent King. He spoke to me, and from that fated meeting the Dead Nations was born. You mentioned followers. Who else is here? We, the skeletons, utter undead, zombies, and ghouls. There were once shadows, but they have long since fled. Sometimes one of the living spends the last of its days here. Also, far to the east live many cranium rats. Tell me of your kind. We tend to the quiet ones, the true dead, and obey the word of the Silent King. Our work here has gone on for centuries. Tell me about the Silent King. Our Lord and Vision, he who makes the law and protects us. Thou would do well to start no trouble here, stranger, for the Silent King's eye is everywhere and his justice swift. Why is he called the Silent King? He speaks no more than necessary to guide us. Praise to the Silent King. Let me ask of someone else. It breathes out its reply in a cloud of stale dust. Who? Tell me about Stale Mary. She is the most intelligent of what some call the rotting herd, those zombies which populate the dead nations. Unlike many of us, her heart did not depart at the moment of death. This is as much as can be said. Tell me of the rotting herd. They serve the Silent King and the dead nations as laborers. They work beneath the guidance of Stale Mary, the most intelligent and wisest amongst them. Who else inhabits this place? Tell me of the other undead. The ghouls. I do not trust them or their matriarch, Akaste. They watch us with hungry eyes, and would doubtless devour us would doubtless devour us all if our members and the word of the Silent King were not a shield against them. It pauses, as if thinking. Go on.
Updated my journal.
They are forever ravenous. Without us holding them in check, they would run rampant in the buried village and the warrens of the cranium rats, killing all, then return to devour all that is here. Tell me about Akaste. She is the matriarch of the ghoul pack that has come to our halls. She is strong and extremely cunning. Let me ask of someone else. Tell me about Soiko. He tries to convince us to give up this pretense of life, as he calls it, and pass into the true death. He claims that it is our passions that anchor us to this life, and we must let go of them and our duty. He wants us to die. Go on.
Updated my journal.
Some listen to his words, but none have chosen to surrender themselves to his beliefs. Those that did would be forever silenced. Our numbers would dwindle, and all that we have here would be destroyed by what surrounds us. Soigo may believe he is doing right, but is, in truth, causing great harm. Why do you allow him to stay? We cannot force him to leave. He knows we cannot harm him. The dead truce. No undead may injure a dustman unless first attacked. Also, the Silent King wishes no slaughter in his halls. Let me ask of someone else. Never mind, I had some other questions. Why have I been made a prisoner? It is the will of the Silent King. The living who are caught here are made to languish in his halls until they join the quiet ones. Could he be convinced to allow otherwise?
Updated my journal.
After a short distance, its jaws creak short silence, its jaws creak open. 'Tis doubtful, but perhaps. Mysterious are the ways of the Silent King. I had some other questions. Who inhabits this place? Tell me of the rats. They are hive-brained vermin who once came here in great numbers, feeding upon the corpses in our care. The ghouls have, for the most part, driven them back. They no longer leave their warrens to the east of here. Do they have any weaknesses?
Updated my journal.
Their strength is in gathered numbers. If one were to find and slay small, separated groups, the stronger packs would slowly lose power. In the rat warrens to the east, for instance, they are very powerful. Brain vermin killed in the hive, above, might weaken them there, or might weaken them here, though. Have you seen a small bronze sphere anywhere here? It shakes its head. I have seen no such thing. Why dost thou seek this object? For a man named Farad. The skeleton draws back. It looks up and away, as if peering at the surface. Blood still beats in his black, worm-ridden heart. That wheezing sack of flesh still sends its pack into our homes to raid and pillage. It faces you once more. Thou were wrong to come here. We tolerate no such desecrators within our borders. but I'm not of his pack. Why then art thou here, invading our homes on a fetch and carry for that miserable soul? I'm finding the sphere for him in return for information I need. There is no other loyalty between us. He looks you over carefully, tapping his chin with a bony finger. Click, click, click. Thou do seem the sort to follow. Thou do not seem the sort to follow such a man. Perhaps you speak the truth. Perhaps your presence here is tolerable. Good. I had other questions. May I speak with the Silent King? It holds up a bony palm. With a creaking groan and a puff of dust, its jaws open to speak. No. Its voice, deep and resonant, echoes for a long time in the vaulted chamber. But why not? Its voice booms throughout the chamber. No living creature may pass the doors that lead to his throne room, nor would I allow thee an audience even if such a thing were possible. Thou shalt not see him. But I need his permission to leave. It holds up its palm. No, by the power of the Silent King, thou shalt not leave this place. What can I do to convince you? Considers you for a moment before speaking. Prove to the dead nations that thou mean it no harm, acts of goodwill. Perhaps then I shall take thy petition to the Silent King. Is there some task I could perform for you?
Updated my journal.
Yes, perhaps. Occasionally the ghouls will miss small packs of well-hidden cranium rats that have come to spy here. Should thou come across any, be sure to slay them. I'll keep that in mind. No, I might do that. Farewell.
Welcome, Uberian. Welcome, welcome.
Oh, hello, Barry, and welcome. Good to see you. Ah, there's Stale Mary. Stale Mary. This musty-smelling female zombie looks exceptionally old, almost mummified. Her skin has the appearance of moldering gray-green leather, and one of her eyes has fallen out, leaving a dark pit in her face. Her voice is slow and thick. Greetings. Greetings. She indicates herself and speaks again. Murray. It sounds as if her vocal cords are festering away in some soupy mess at the base of her throat. Still, Mary, I had some questions. She nods her head, awaiting your question. Oh, hold on, I'll be right back.
On-the-spot corrections are being dispensed. Well, welcome in, everybody. How's everyone's day going so far while the tick takes a minute? I'm currently watching a cat, and she is so precious and just snoozing. Going okay. Yeah, that's fair enough. Absolutely fair. I also took one of those naps where you wake up disoriented and like there's pressure behind your eyes, but you know it was an okay nap. It was supposed to be a really good nap. It was not a really good nap. It was an okay nap. Where you wake up confused, feeling strange, you had socks on and the socks are discarded. That kind of nap. I also got some sewing scissors in for those who care. I got a pair of craft scissors and some nice big tailor shears so I can start, you know, playing with fabric again. Super
All
excited to
right,
give those a try
I'm back.
when I get home. Oh, welcome back. Welcome back.
Thank you.
We're planning a mutiny.
Ah, I look forward to it. She nods her head, awaiting your question. How is it that you speak to these other zombies? I cannot understand them as I can you. The corpse takes a step towards you, reaching her arm out to touch you. Let her touch you. Her nearly fleshless hand brushes gently against your forearm as she speaks. Listen. How did you do that? She touches you once more. Spark ta yakon b'masda pavli. Speak to us you can, but you must do it properly. Can you teach me? She smiles, the hardened skin of her face creaking like thick leather. Yeah. Yes. Please do, then.
Updated my journal.
He finishes teaching you the skills required to speak with the dead, a process she calls Stories Bones Tell. Can I talk to any dead body? Um, Istadab. Some, others too dead, must use skill. Thanks. I had some questions. Have you seen a small bronze sphere anywhere here? No. No, sorry. That's all I wish to know. Farewell. This iron trapdoor is rusted shut. There's no way it'll open. I'm just looking for that zombie that tried to talk to me before. There it is. As the zombie faces you, a glint of recognition flashes in her dead eyes. She holds her rotting hands out to you, as if asking for aid. Greetings. The zombie moans softly in reply. Only your skills in conversing with the dead allow you to understand her. No. Why is that why you're so distressed? Forgot my name. My name. Her milky eyes well with a black, roomy substance. The corpse's only tears. Why is it so important to you? She holds up her decaying hands for you to examine. Even as you do so, a fingernail drops off, hitting the tiles with a soft click. rotting away soon. Nothing left. Nothing but than the name. Can I help you find your name then? The corpse nods slowly. My tomb. She points southwards. Watery catacombs. But how will I know it?
Updated my journal.
Chest bites, chest bolted down. My tomb. I'll go find it then. Farewell.
Ooh, Barian, thank you for reminding me. That sounds delightful. I have not thought about making soups for the cold yet. Do you have any on your menu right now that you're gonna have? And for everyone else, what is your favorite cold winter food? Something that just makes you warm, especially in the bleak cold.
So personally, I don't really have any particular food in mind for a season. I just eat what tastes good to me.
Uberian says chili. I
I'm
have
gone.
a hankering for really thick potato soups. I love me a potato soup. It is oof. Mm-mm. I like very heavy, either soups or casseroles or pasta dishes for the winter.
Villain! Ruining my fun! Damn thee, Debator! I would spit at thee had I any! Huh! The skeleton turns its head away from you. Leave. Yeah, I imagine this is the skeleton who gave the riddle to that other skeleton. You see a skeleton bouncing from the ball of one foot to another. Air whistles from between its teeth. It looks very bored. At your approach, its demeanor changes entirely. Welcome. I've got a host of items for your perusal, fresh from the latest Berks who've been trying to loot the quiet ones. Would you like to see them? Yes, show me what you got. Okay. Well, I'll keep all this in mind for later. Oh, you again. What do you want now? Are you going to answer any of my questions? No. He looks around behind you. I'd rather stare at the wall, frankly. He looks back at you. Are you going to buy something or not? No, I don't think so. Knifed Ghoul. This ghoul's face has a great gash across it, and one of its eyes has been destroyed entirely. Despite the relative freshness of the wound, it seems to cause the foul smelling creature no pain or discomfort. You notice a grimy knife tucked into its waistband. The letters Uhir are carved into its handle. Greetings. The ghoul narrows its eyes and snarls at you. Its tongue, no less than 2 hands long, curls out to lick at its scabby lips. Could I have that knife you got tucked in your belt? Oh. Oh, wow. I think, we just got our first raid.
Oh, hello. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. The individual is Kiefer. Hi, Kiefer. How are you today? Welcome in, Raiders.
Welcome.
This is our, this is our first raid. Hi, everybody.
Yeah,
It is
good
a
to have you.
pleasure. Tick, why don't you go through our usual little introduction? That way they understand why there's two on this voice instead of one.
Yeah, yeah, so, welcome everybody. I am the Disorderly Tick. Very, still a pretty new streamer, honestly. I've only had, like, I think this is my 6th stream so far, yes. So, basically, myself and my friend here, Motley Oleander, who is the other voice you hear, we have not too long ago started a project, this project of just streaming together, playing through games like this, like Planescape Torment, narrative driven, text heavy games. Uh, and yeah, basically, we read through these stories and we talk all the while. Over to you, Oleander.
Hi, I'm Motley Oleander. I actually have streamed for several years, but I do it on and off. And the reason we started this is my lovely friend Tick here was playing a Shinigami Tensei game for me, and I loved his narration. It is one of my favorite things. I usually play horror or narrative driven games or single player games, with the very rare occurrence of doing like a multiplayer game, usually with friends just for crafts and giggles, but that has long passed. And I more voices means more fun. Exactly. I really enjoyed the way that Tick gives life to a lot of these characters and takes you on a journey with him as he's playing. He really imbibes and embodies characters. So I hope y'all stick around and have fun. Thank you so much for the raid. I've been reading through everyone. We played Planescape a few years ago. Planescape. I do like that button emote. It is really a pleasure, and thank you for the follow, Kiefer Geo. I hope we get to see y'all. We only stream one time a week, which is Mondays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're pretty easy to catch, like your favorite TV channel. So we look forward to seeing y'all, and thank you so much, Kiefer. It is a pleasure. Back to you, Tick.
Thank you. All right. Knife Ghoul. The ghoul looks down at the knife, scratching its head as if wondering how it got there. Finally, it looks up and gives you a sly, toothy grin. Meat want knife? Meat make trade, yes. How about these rat tails? Yes, yes. The ghoul snatches them away greedily and devours them. After licking his clawed fingers clean, he tosses you Uhir's knife. Thanks. Farewell. Uhir's knife. This unremarkable, dirt-caked dagger has the letters Uhir carved into its handle. Despite its shoddy appearance, the blade is well balanced. So yeah, I believe this knife is part of a quest. The guy who gave it to us wanted us to bring this knife back to him.
Oh, good. Oh, that's right. I remember we had that earlier, so we can go ahead and knock that out. And thank you again for everybody who showed up. That's a real that gives a little smile to my face.
Well, I won't be able to turn in that quest until I can actually leave the catacombs. But yeah, it's good to have that
Oh
now.
yeah, we get ganked every time we show our face outside the door.
Oh no, it's because now we're being kept prisoner here in these catacombs by the
Oh
dead nations.
yeah. I mean, we'll find our way out eventually.
Yeah.
Hopefully. One can only assume. Oh goodness. Speaking of, um, nice. All right, let's talk to our next set of peoples.
Akaste. The rot stink of this ancient-looking ghoul woman is nauseating, even from a distance. Her gray-green skin is infested with tomb rot and festering sores, and her fingers, each capped by a long, curved talon, are covered in dried blood and filth. Her hair, thick with scuttling insects and worms, hangs to her knees. It hides nearly all her face in shadow, save for a fanged, feral grin and a lolling gray tongue. Greetings. What have we here? Some pretty me eye, a little tough gristle. Sharpen the teeth on your bone and grow fat on your marrow, hmm? You must be a Caste. Sorry, just a little bit. Excuse me, just had to sneeze. Oh, no one's coming. There we go. Okay. I don't
You are
have
damned.
to be anything to ye, meat and bones. You watch your tone with me, or no one will find you in one piece again. I had some questions. Who are ye to come before me like a feast? Answer, Caste. I have no name. Then neither does a Caste. I call ye Blooded One. Pray ye still have a name and a will before I tear ye apart. Blooded One? Meat people to eat. Her yellow eyes peer intently at you through her ragged, white hair. Ye. I had other questions. Go! Pester Caste while you still live meat. Ask! Have you seen a small bronze sphere anywhere here? Caste shakes her head, lice dropping from her long, white hair as it sways about. A Caste opens many coffins, many tombs. Never seen such a thing. That's all I wish to know. Farewell.
Oh, what the hell?
Damn it.
Ew, gross. I
Damn
will admit
it.
the cutest thing I've seen recently, Tick,
Die.
is someone had a bowl of like peas and they put them in water in a clear container, right? And they have a pet rat. They said, "Would you like to see what it looks like when a rat's trying to grab peas in water?" And when I tell you, it is the most hysterical thing seeing these tiny, naked little palms just reach down
Away.
rapidly to gobble up peas. It is premium entertainment. They're very long and slender hands, but it's the way they move and articulate is not only adorable, but very, very fascinating to watch.
Yeah, rats are pretty charming.
Oh, they absolutely can be. I just wish they lived a little bit longer. They tend to, unfortunately, not. They live about, what, I think 6 or 9 years, from what a friend of ours has said previously.
I think it was like 7 years.
7 years, yeah. Like Great Danes, but smaller. Oh, goodness. Actually, can't remember the last time I pet a Great Dane. Let's see here.
Okay. Now, trying to see if there are any other, uh, if there are any other undead who happen to be in need, or any other undead of note.
Oh, good point. Also, thank you, Kiefer, for the follow on myself as well. I appreciate that. And I'm hoping when I get my computer into better working order, I can eventually go back. I miss playing vampire games now that there's a lot more out for the public to consume. Because, like most people who like vampires, I started out with Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, and that's an addiction I'll never break. Oh, that's such a good game. I'm thinking, Tick, we might play through the new one, which I'm going to call Splitteroo because it's not actually a Bloodline sequel because we all know how Paradox likes to behave stupidly.
Hmm.
It's apparently noir based. It has a lot more action than typical, but
Ah, well met again. I met a skeleton in one of the hallways here that seems on the brink of seeking the true death. Oh, I will go speak with him now. Farewell. This gives me an opportunity to open this here. Just waiting for him to walk away. Certain that Soigo is not coming around, you pry open the small panel and peer inside. There's some sort of book or journal there. Pull it out. Read it. The book proves to be Soigo's journal. It details his being attacked by a were-rat, his eventual regression into lycanthropy, lycanthropy, and his flight from the mortuary after unwittingly slaying and devouring a friend. Looking for a hiding place, he came upon the Warrens of Thought and agreed to serve many as one. The hive mind of the cranium rat scattered there. He is now here in the dead nations in order to spy on the undead for many as one, who hopes to one day control this part of the catacombs. Replace the journal, close the panel, and leave.
Updated
In knowing
my
the
journal.
teachings of
Okay.
Zerthamon, I have become stronger. My blade has shifted.
Now Dakan is leveled up, saving throws have improved, fighting skills have improved, Dakon's weapon has changed. 5 hit points gained, 1 hit points gained from constitution bonus, and all the rest. Alright, I'm just gonna let Zoe go talk to the skeleton now, see what happens. Interesting. Well, let's see. Alright, so it turns out that Soigo is a spy from the Many as One uh, cranium rat hive, so I'm going to report him to Hargrim the Bleak. Hargrim acknowledges your presence by nodding quietly in your direction. I had some questions. Let's see. Okay. I found and killed a group of cranium rats in the rubble of an old passageway.
Updated my journal.
And nods, obviously pleased. Thou have our thanks. May the Silent King watch over thee. I had some other questions. Did you know Soigo's a cranium rat spy? It draws close to you, smelling of dust and moldering cloth. What is this thou speak of? What proof have thee that Soigo runs with the brain vermin? There's proof in his quarters, his journal.
Updated my journal.
We shall see. I shall gather Soigo and speak to him of this matter within his chambers. Should this be true, I shall owe thee thanks. Wait. Soigo, what is this I hear of thee being in league with many as one? What? It is untrue. Something, something. Thus dare thou lie to the high priest of the Silent King? No, no, Hargrim, I would never presume. Where is thy journal? Let me see it. Prove thy innocence before the eyes of the Silent King. I, I beg for your mercy, Hargrim. The dead truth shall protect thee here, Soigo, but thou shalt never leave these catacombs. Thou shalt continue. Mark my words, living. Only the truth protects thee. Do not cast aside thy only shield so thoughtlessly. I wish this dialogue would go a little more slowly, but I think you get the gist of what's happening. Soigo's skull. Wait, 2. This skull used to be attached to Soigo's body before his unfortunate accident.
All right, our lovely friend. I apologize. Is it Kiefer or Kiefer? I'm from the United States South, so it kind of can go either way. But I want to make sure I'm pronouncing your name correctly. They are from Ireland. Short I, Kiefer. Okay. Oh, the cat's snoring. Oh my goodness. They're from Ireland. They were telling me about a food that I'm going to have to definitely try. It's so cool. We're getting a rather unique audience
Yeah.
of international individuals. I like that. I wish I had a microphone so y'all could hear this little kitty snore. It is making every moment of my evening right now. This has been such a lovely evening. Oh, okay, so you're Sun Neef. You're one of Kiefer's friends. Well,
All
viewers,
right.
both ways, honestly. It is neat. Okay. I love when things cross over. That's streaming for you. It's a very, very small world. Because I was streaming, I think in what, 2019 or something like that? Mm, lots of crossover. The fringes of Twitch are all the same 50 people. You're not wrong.
Yeah. May I speak with the Silent King? I'll take my leave then. Farewell.
I remember because I'm deep into the Vampire the Masquerade, or was, and my favorite one did live play with his friends. It's colorblind, but really, really enjoyed his stuff. He doesn't stream anymore, but knowing full well who played what game was very, very, very fun. And you meet a lot of very interesting and fun individuals. It's a nice tight knit group once you finally do those things. Stale Mary.
You see Stale Mary. When she finally notices you, she groans softly. Greetings. I had some questions. She nods her head, awaiting your question. Mary, I need to speak with the Silent King. Can you help me? Why? I need to leave this place. No. No. Then I had some other questions. Let me ask you of someone in particular. Tell me about Akasti. Hungry, angry. That's all I wish to know. Farewell. Okay, stories bones tell. Range 50, duration instant, speed 0, area of effect 1 creature, undead. Saving throw none. A lot of corpses have something to say, if you listen carefully enough. This ability can be used on most undead creatures as well as corpses you may find during your journeys. Stories bones tell has no effect on the recently departed. This rotting female corpse at first seems completely unaware of you. As you approach, however, it turns and nods slowly, as if greeting you. Wow, Chief. What a beauty, eh? Not everywhere you can meet a sweet little chit like that, you know. I find little attractive about rotting corpses, Mort, female or no. Mort's eyes roll in on his skull. Huh! One day, you'll see what I mean. Ignore him. Greet the zombie. No, excuse me. The zombie moans softly in reply. Only your skills in conversing with the dead allow you to understand it. Greetings. I had some questions. The corpse stands there a moment, shifting her weight from one foot to the other, before replying. Question? Have you seen a small bronze sphere anywhere here? The corpse stands motionless, staring at you. At last, she speaks. No. Ask Mary. Dale Mary. That is all I wish to know. Farewell. Okay, let's see. It does, doesn't it?
God. Oh God, what would that even be a euphemism for? That's my thought. But I'm certain it will be green. No.
This is an iron hinged lid that opens into a small coffin area. Greetings. And greetings to D. The thing's calm, faraway voice echoes from within his skull, expelled with a cloud of dust. I had some questions. Have you seen a small bronze sphere anywhere here? That's all I wish to know. Farewell. This massive royal guard, this massive skeleton, far larger than an ordinary human, wears ornate bronze armor engraved with elaborate symbols. As you approach it, it looks down at you briefly, then away again. Greetings. Greetings, living. The thing's voice booms. I stand here as a royal guard of His Lord and Majesty, the Silent King. I must ask that you do not distract me from my task with questions. Could you at least tell me who you are, or where? I am in death, as I was in life, one of the 99 sons of the Western Mountains, fathered when the member of Amahar was severed and cast down upon the face of Ifhir. Honor-bound to defend our queen, we were lost to this world when ours, and Our Lady with it, was destroyed by an angry godling, a brother to Amahar. Many of our number roamed the plains, but some, like myself, chose to remain in sigil. When I passed away, I was interred here, and later awoke in the state you find me in now. I then chose a new master, the Silent King, to defend. I see. Farewell. Ninth School. The school's face has a great gash across it, and one of its eyes has been destroyed entirely. It hisses at you as you approach. Away! Go away! I know talk to me thing. I know listen. Meet. Go! Leave. Meat thing comes once more, pestering Akasti, always. I had some questions. Go! Pester Akasti while ye still let me. Ask! Let me ask you of someone in particular. Akasti narrows and cocks her eyes and cocks her head. Who does the meat ask about? You, yourself. Akasti I am. Ghoul muttering queen of the blighted ones. Yes. Strong, fast. We hunt and eat in these halls. Blighted ones? We are the blighted ones, yes. Akasti and her lovely ghouls, her children, always hungry. What are you doing here? We fight, win, and feed. Bloody ones such as ye become our food in the end. Ravenous hungers we have. Burn the stomach, never full. We hunger all the same. And here ye are. Hurry up! Die and be still! Blooded ones? Meat people to eat. Her yellow eyes peer intently at you through her ragged white hair. Ye. I had other questions. Why have I been made a prisoner? Casti grimaces. Because we didn't catch ye in the dark halls, or ye'd have been a meal to us. She shakes her head, snarling. Damn the Silent King. Damn his old bones. Me caught here by the others. Stays here until it joins the others. Tell me about the Silent King. Unseen king, not silent. He say, we do. Marrow stuffed bones and herd of dead flesh obey him. No question. Akasti not see. Akasti only hear. One day I shall meet this one. Meet this one. Yes. Akasti strong and silent one weak. We shall see who master. Yes. All right. What was it? Kiefer. Yes, Kiefer. It was nice to meet you, Kiefer. Thank you for the raid. Have a good night. I had other questions. Where am I? Silent King's lands, dead nations. Place of marrow-filled bones and herd of dead flesh. She licks her lips hungrily, clutching at her belly. That's all I wish to know. Farewell. Riddling skeleton. The skeleton ignores any attempts to speak with it. Scroll of Blood Bridge allows user to cast Blood Bridge. Allows user to copy Blood Bridge into Spellbook. Level 2, Wizard. Range 0. Duration instant. Speed 2. Area of effect 1 creature. Saving throw none. Weight 0. Usable only by mages. A bizarre compact of the healer's heart and the merchant's mind. This necromantic spell transforms your very body into a marketplace that barters life and death. Your life essence can be given to others, at a cost to yourself. When cast, the mage can select any living, non-undead target within touch range and drain life from himself, 2 hit points plus 1 hit point per level of the caster, and give it to the target.
Not him just strutting around. And he's not telling you anything. Walk, walk, work it. Hi. Hi, Maury Noir.
Ah, hello, Noir.
How are you? How are you? Currently, we're trapped by a bunch of dead people in their home. They're not very happy to let us leave. Burger King lettuce.
This darkened creash is only a few feet deep and smells like decaying flesh. Why have I been made a prisoner? She shrugs. Ask Hargrim. Tell me about Hargrim. Hargrim. Hargrim, Skeleton's leader, gives us the word of Silent King. Concerned, worried. Why is he worried? So we go. Casti. Why is he worried about Soigo? Soigo preaches death. Preaches death. Wants us to die. Tell me of someone else. Tell me about a Casti. Alright. Silent King. Silent King. Yes, what can you tell me of him? What do you know of him? Never mind then. I had some other questions. Who inhabits this place? Zoom. Camel. Zombies, skeletons, ghouls, rats. I had some other questions. Why is he worried about a Casti? Oh, Casti. Anger. Anger. Uh, s- k- Casti won't kill everyone. Why does she want to kill everyone? That's all I wish to know. Farewell. Okay. So I've helped some of the people or some of the undead here, but it seems that it's not quite enough to convince Hargrim to allow me to speak with the Silent King yet. I would help the nameless zombie.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I would help the nameless zombie if I were able to leave this area, but doesn't seem like I can do that. Which means I just gotta try to find something else to do. What were you going to say?
So to say, he's being a bit of a bitch just to
Hmm.
talk to one lovely individual. Maybe not so lovely. We'd find out, honestly. Are we going till 9 this evening?
Oh, yeah. I didn't. I just thank you for reminding me. Yeah, it is. It has gotten up to 8 now. Okay. I decided to play for a little bit, just a tiny bit past 8 since I started a little late, but I think this is a good point to stop.
Well, we got a lot done. We met a stale Mary, and I'm going to see if I can find anything named after like a food, beverage, or something rotting after stale Mary for the next time we come online. 'Cause I'm curious. And we got a fair amount done despite the ass whoopings that came with it, at least in the first few minutes.
Yeah. All right then. Well, that'll be it for tonight. Thank you everybody who came, everybody who followed, watched, lurked, rated, whatnot. I appreciate everybody and their contributions. Um, and if if you don't already know, Molly Oleander and myself try to stream every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Eastern Standard Time. We will be at this point of the year. Um, and we don't have any. I haven't established any sort of social media or the like yet, so I can't easily notify of streams. So because of that, if you want to watch the stream, uh, just know that if if it takes us about like to 6:15 and the stream hasn't started yet, then there's a it's very likely that we just won't be streaming that time for whatever reason. Uh, over to you, Molly Oleander.
Yep, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you don't see us by 6:15, go ahead and click away. There's another lovely person who could use your time. And thank you to all the raiders. We really do appreciate that. Um, so I think it's honestly getting to the point now where you might need a small social media, something easy that everyone has to just to say hello here and there, but we'll get there when we get there. Um, Thank you everybody for coming up. For our friends, let's go ahead and make sure we give our Irish friend a bit of love and look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace and hair grease.
All right. Like as Molly Oleander said, have a good night, everybody, and hope to see you next week. And take care.